Hey guys, welcome back. So, episode 2 of doing this Blooming Era remix. Going to crack on with a bit more today. The idea starting to flow, and we can get moving on with, just making the track take shape. It's obviously still in its skeleton at the moment. So we're going to. The only thing I've changed in this project since was I took this sample of that pluck, So I took this pluck and I basically removed the lows from it, and then basically right clicked Control J or what is it? Consolidate. Yeah, there we go. Consolidated it, and then right clicked Show in Browser, got this, which is the sample, and then I basically used it as its own hybrid reverb. So now we've got this as a reverb. And now if I do this, it's not well, it's it is per. No, it's basically you can hear it. It sounds very similar, but obviously the tone of whatever this is not the right tone. If you do a higher note. You know what I mean, though. It's you can definitely hear it. It sounds lovely. So we can add this onto these now, I think. If I add this, it's a bit loud. How do I adjust the volume of it? To be fair, can you even do that? Interesting. Anyway, we'll come back to that in a minute. So, where do we get to? We're still doing arrangements and stuff, so... Probably send this to just the algorithm. No, just the convolution. So we're probably going to take that, but we have a better, louder version somewhere, I think. So, oh, there we go. Perfect. So we don't want that there actually, because, or maybe we do. But in fact, I remember I put this in, so we're going to add this in earlier on so that it adds in, So I'm just trying to get the so that's G sharp, so that's what we're playing with, I think. Is it? No, we actually went a bit lower, didn't we? So this is a this is a F, so we need to go even lower. quite a bit. That may not sound great, so. So what I'm going to do, I will raise the bass of the track up to this, because I think that's kind of where it's going to be sounding good. It's difficult to ascertain kind of where I'm going to go with the key of this track at the moment, so I'll just leave it for now. What have I got for the rest of the song? Right, cool. Let's begin on the sound design of our version of the, you know, the meh, meh. So we're still going to use his. So what we're going to do is use that as a reference. So we're going to go to a big drop, add this in here, because here's where we're going to be at the max energy, you know. So if we listen to what it sounds like. So it's odd sounding. I think maybe it's a square, some sort of square wave with a bit of what's it called, a detune. So if we're going to just use an oscilloscope on this just to give us a direction of where we're going to go with it. Just hard to tell, really. That's not really telling me anything at all. No, it may be synced. It's a very right, okay. So okay, that's probably right. So we're going to use Vital for this. Anyway, let's just concentrate on one thing at a time. So it is quite a high noise, but I think it's hard to tell, but let's just make our own really, but try and kind of keep it in the same link. It's not that, it's so maybe unison. Back to it. It's sounding way off at the moment. Reverb. Filter, maybe. Remember, we're making our own version. It's not because of my lack of skill. I mean, it is. But, you know, make your own shit. Don't try and copy too much. We got that, like, little nasalness from this, though. So you can hear that little peak. Try and keep the same. So we've got to go a bit more. More so, this probably because we haven't distorted this enough initially. Meaning that it's already got a bit of a curve on it, so we're having to like peak it back. But if you look at how flat this is, we're going to layer them on top of each other so they sound, you know, a bit closer to. always glide on, and then voices 1. So we're ending on this, but it's kind of like, I don't want it to be. And what am I on here? I'm on F sharp, which is what we're landing on here. So it doesn't sound great at the moment. You know, I'm on board with that. Try and use the same reverb, see if that helps. I'm not sure this is going to work. You know, and what you would probably, if we add in another few effects, try and get a bit of movement involved. I will try and get rid of that resonance. not sure if there's a delay on there or like a... Sorry, that's not the kick. Rename that. Rename this to nothing. Rename this to 1. So basically, whenever I type 1, I will get that. So basically, then I can just go into here and type 1, instantly get the kick. And I always do that. I name my kick always 1, then something, and everything else goes hash, then something. Just makes it quicker to select. Now this needs to sound something else because there's like a double layer, I think, on this. Doo-doo-doo. I'm just looking for something a bit evil. Plus 1, 21, so 1 and 21. There's like a weirdness going on with this where it sounds like it's in key, but it's not. not. So we're just going to analyze. Just going to keep analyzing this. Right, so that's the F1 and the G, that's working. We also have this. Same thing. This. Do you see that's right? It's right. What is it? There's like, you can see it's like a saw maybe going down here, and then there's this. There's something added in here. So let's try it with a saw instead. Such a weird sounding thing. Anyway, we'll move on and then. So, gonna change this to different. Cool, right, we'll keep moving on. I'm just going to check the tonal balance of the track because it's not really close to being right, I don't think. And this one of the mistakes I did when we started this, I should have ascertained the key of all the samples because they're really not sounding great at the moment and things are all a bit all over the place at the moment. So what have we got here? Same with that. That's a bit off. With this off. Go run tonal bouncer whenever I can find it. It's not there anymore for some reason. I uninstalled Ozone 9, which is what I had with it. Never mind. I'll have to reinstall that at a later date. Shit, forgot about that. Right, that's annoying. You can tell, so there's like a slow. There's like a resonant EQ on here that's doing a lot of the nasally sound. So. Do you know what? I don't think that's right. I think if we reduce the thing. I think there is a cue on a normal thing. I think we'll have a bit more control over that. So if we just do this. And 172. One, 7, 2. make it a bit more cued, a bit higher. So it's a bit more of a rise to it. Those sound too similar, so So I'd like to do something, because we've got to obviously change the track. I'm going to do something with the vocal to try and make it, you know, we've got this section. So I'm going to add another ride. I don't like the ride we have. Duplicate that. I'm just making a little like vocal chop. So drum bus for its drum bus, where is it? Drum bus. So you get the just gonna use the transient shaper on it. Put a limiter on that though, that really hurts right at the start. Now we can use beat repeat, try and get a really random thing going, and then if we like something we can check it out. And then we just turn the vocal thing off for that, or just make another layer and add that to it, so we got the glitch layer, and then sidechain compressor on that. Let's put LFO on there. Wrong one. I'd click plugins, LFO tool. Is that coming from here though? No, it is coming from this here. Maybe the right, we'll come back to that anyway. It's getting a bit difficult, this song. It's just not much to it, is it? So Redux. Try and like make this a bit more. I don't like how much high end it's got on there. It sounds a bit rough. Cancel that. We don't want the sidechain on while we're doing this, because you may be like chopping and changing things around and then finding out you've sidechanged the chop change. just reorganizing them into a bit of a tighter groove. Grab that, chuck it down I like the idea of this like thing, but this is not it. This is not quite working the way I'd like it to. I like this. So maybe we offset this by a block, move that to here. Bit better. We're trying to like create a rhythmic groove with the with this like vocal thing. So like do this? No. Okay, I was just wondering if you could highlight them all and then I kind of wanted to kind of drop back eventually to the to maybe do that, and then goes into the normal vocal. Didn't like that there. I think get rid of this. Just try and keep maybe this loop here. Color this green. It can't be random every time, because it would just not sound, it's not good for techno. That's already been processed, I think. This all needs to be bloody... let's put a phone call reverb on this to try and sell this as a little moment. Sorry, grab these, put them here, chuck that also here. I'm going to put a bit more energy into the hat, so we're going to just put a hat loop or something in there. Sorry, top. gonna raise this to a bit more. That's not right. Because at that point, everyone now knows what this song is. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're trying to like create a new song, but at the same time, if someone played this out loud and you heard like this type of, you know, we'll do it a bit better. But like, if you heard this, like. You know, at that point, people are like, "What's that? What's that you got there, mate?" Yo. Especially with this coming in at that point, you know. That's not quite. We kind of a. Add a reverb onto this. So what I'll do, we'll do a snare roll and then we'll finish up for today, just to get this like a bit more energetic. So go back into our textures, and then I'm going to new loop. Let's go snare, one shot. Ugh. That's definitely one you can use in like an EDM song and pitch it up as it goes. We're going to look for a different one of those samples because that one just seems a little bit too like broken apart. So let's just... That sounds better already. What was the difference? They all sound the same, mate. So I don't know what that is. Right. We'll duplicate this 3 times and we're just going to change the sample. So just obviously choose 3 different samples that have different like tonalities to them. So one of them's going to be a bit of a white noise one of them's going to have a bit of a thump, and the other one's going to have a snap. So we've got the there we go. So you solo it. So we're also going to add in a layer of white noise. I always use analog to this, but there's loads of white noise, you know, things you can do. I just do that legato, F12, grab the color, put a low pass filter, and then that, and you're done. I don't think I need these yet. We're going to put impact, grab a sample from Glitch Friends Volume 2 or whatever, Glitch Friends Volume 1. FX, impacts. Good one. So a lot of times you get samples, they're not really in line with everything. This is in 2, but sometimes you'll get a sample and it'll be like that long, right? And you're like, ugh, if I reverse it, it doesn't end right. If you just don't reverse it, snap it in half on the grid, then reverse it, slam it in place, and then pull it out again, and you'll have it. But in actuality, I kind of want that. So what I may do, this will probably sound a bit better. We're going to duplicate this time, delete the one, move this across, and we're going to add in the layer that's kind of missing from here, because I do think that cuts through a bit too short. So I may knock the timing of the track off a little bit, so it'll make everything on time for the main thing, and then we'll have a fake drop for the actual, like, you know, so you'll think, oh, it's going there, and then you get the whoopsie daisy. that is, we grabbed the wrong thing to automate there. Remove that. You want to automate the gain, obviously. Isn't it like, look at the start of this episode, this sounded dog shit. Now, just by adding in this little like bit of Sam Kitt, you know, you're starting to hear that this track is now no longer the Enrico San Giuliano type of track. This is more of like a, you know, and you just get that from messing about. Do you know what I mean? And like, obviously I know how to do this type of stuff because I've done it before in some other tracks, but you've really got to like mess about. This is why when people just make remixes of like, you know, they'll put up TikTok techno type of, you know, there's a song doing well on TikTok, I'm just going to put a heavy kick on it. It's not making you a better producer, it's making you a better shit music producer, but you're not going to learn from that, you know what I mean? So like, whenever you do a remix, really try and put your signature on there and try to learn from the experience. They're much easier. It's much easier to do a remix, so try something new in the remix, because otherwise you're not really doing it justice. Do you know what I mean? You're not like, when you do a remix, you really want to like make the track, you've got the original, you've got your remix, you want to make them both great tracks on their own, but also be, you know, a homage to the original track. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this type of like where the track is going, and then on the drop we'll have the, you know, the with something to do with this, you know. But I like that this is like a good like introduction part. We'll just listen to this. And in fact, we can grab these plucks and wash them out, which will add to this nice soundscape that we've been creating so far. So automate your reverb from 0 to whatever, drop it, and then we're going to want to hit freeze on and off. And I think having that little delivery there really like helps if people are going to be in the crowd like being like, oh, this is cool, and then people will know, and then that's when people start to get excited. I'm getting excited, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna have a break now. I got lots of errands to do today as per usual. So yeah, at the start of this episode I wasn't too confident. I was like, what am I gonna do? But, you know, lo and behold, hour later, we've got an identity of the track now that we can move forward on, you know. So, anyway, catch you next time. See you later.